you ever faked your own death?
Not this year.
Oh, okay. And the year's pretty much done. So at this point,
Yeah,
the
like
odds of, unless that's your like
New Year's Eve
guess
party
what I'm
trick.
doing to my kids at Christmas, then
It's not,
okay,
by the way.
it's not.
It's
Yeah.
not.
Episode 499.
Mm-hmm.
We are speaking of like Christmas Eve, New Year's Eve. Speaking of being on the precipice of things. That's us.
Mm-hmm.
We are precipitial.
It's not a real word.
You don't know that. You don't think it's a real word. That's the thing about English.
My educated guess would say it's not a real word.
Educated how?
My speculation would be
Right.
it's not a real word.
How
but I
much-
don't know that. But I don't.
Would you put $50 on it?
No.
So you're not confident.
But I wouldn't put $50 on a lot of stuff. I'm very cheap and frugal.
Right.
Oh, pardon me.
And dying. There's that aspect of it.
I mean, if I'm dying, I should just put the money down and see what happens.
You know, there's nothing people love more in their headphones than the sound of coughing,
I do need to.
which is why we're here.
When I wink at you, I'm going to have you do the cough button.
Oh, it's so much harder to reach the cough button now.
Is
There's no cough buttons. No, you're out here. You're exposed like a raw nerve. Speaking about exposed like a raw nerve, not only is this episode 499, which I'm going to tell a story about in a second.
Sure.
A story that surely no one's heard before. This is also the first of its kind. This is the 499th of its kind in some ways. In other ways, it's the first of its kind.
Yes.
In that
Oh,
people can
yes.
see you giving me
Yes.
squinty eyes,
Yes.
as opposed to you
Yes.
just giving me squinty eyes. Do you want to address the lens in your face and explain what the hell we're talking about?
yeah. Well, it's a pretty cool feature that you can see us now. So, I mean,
The worst sales pitch. Like right,
it's like it was before,
not
but better.
only is it Bluetooth capable. You want to talk about features? Now you can see us. You sound like the worst optometrist who's just like put glasses on someone who clearly needed glasses. You know, one of the really great features of these glasses. Now you can see us.
To be honest, I can think of much worse optometrists.
It's true.
Like,
Right. One that's like, wow, there's nothing wrong with your eyes.
but
Oops.
yeah, no,
And then they just poke you in the eyes.
no, I'm not even thinking that sinister. Like one who says in his head, he's like, "There's nothing wrong with your eyes,"
Right.
but then out loud, he's like, "Oh, you need
Oh,
these
God, how can you see anything? They're going to revoke your driver's license.
unless
They're going to take your children.
unless you ship me $29.99 every 2 weeks."
Yeah, wow. Is that what you pay for glasses?
I don't know.
That's expensive.
It is.
Hello and welcome to not the Movie Men podcast, but the Movie Men.
It's still the Movie Man podcast.
Well, so we're the Movie Men, and we
I think for
have
brand-
and we have a podcast.
let me just say this succinctly. Ring us in, and then I'll explain it.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome to the Movement Podcast, by name and brand sake. Yes,
That's our LLC.
yes, obviously, we are very excited to be here to review a new release, a new Knives Out film.
Spoilers.
We are excited to chat film in our usual podcast form for those that are listening on the podcast form. But we are very excited for
You
those.
just wanted to say but.
I didn't pre-plan that. But for those of us watching on YouTube, it is very exciting to come at you from the video format as well. So those can hear us, usually can now see us.
Yeah, so basically, we have made the decision to take the show in a video direction, not a new direction, an additional direction, which is now to present it as a video show on our YouTube channel as well. So if you're listening to us right now in one of the many places that you have listened to us now for over 6 years, coming up on six, we're in our 7th year.
Yeah.
Then check out our YouTube channel. There'll be a link for it in the description below. If you're an in the car listener, this probably doesn't affect you whatsoever. If you're an at home listener and listen while you're doing laundry or whatever it is, and for some reason would like to see our faces, you can do that now too.
Yeah.
The audio show's not going anywhere. None of that's changing.
No.
We're just adding this.
Yeah.
And two things about that. Number one is thank you to our Patreon supporters.
Yes.
Our Patreon supporters in the past have afforded us the ability to be able to make some steps forward in terms of gear and stuff like that several times in the past. In the past, almost without fail, those have been more behind the scenes changes. So things like a new mixer or what have you, just these different things covering the costs of subscriptions and stuff. More quality of life things for us in making the show.
You say behind the scenes things, but like it was going from night and day of the awful quality of
audio quality improved entirely, right?
Yeah.
So there's been things like affording us new microphones and stuff like that, which obviously the consumer, the partaker of our content has benefited from. But there's been times where it's been less apparent, unless we get on the show and say, hey, thanks, we just bought this and it's great. There's been times where it's been less apparent that a change has happened. Mm-hmm. This change is 100% only possible because of Patreon support. Link down in the description. And is a far more tangible, far more adding something to our offering for you. Actually, this is the first thing that isn't. All of the things in the past is like made the recording and editing process easier for us
and higher quality.
This and not and higher quality. This is the first upgrade that is in no way easier for for us. No. Kind of a pain in the ass.
Yep.
We'll refine it. We'll build in some efficiencies to make this a smoother process. This will probably change over time, whether it's, we find some stuff to hang on the wall and make. Pete's angle is actually not a bad shot. You've got the on-air sign, which helps make that interesting. Here I've got some autographed actor pictures, but I'm thinking we need something else here to make it a slightly more.
And of note,
struggling.
Sorry, who signed that top one?
Dick Van Dyke.
Which is of significance.
Who just turned 100.
Just turned 100.
Just turned 100.
Maybe 2 days ago?
Yeah. So
of the time of recording.
So anyways, all that being said, this is for you. 100% for you. Very, very quickly, also because this is episode 499, and our episode 500, there is not going to be a ton of. You'll see, it's going to be something fun and unique, but we're not really going to have an opportunity to sit down and talk with you like this. I just want to touch on going into episode 500, how bizarre it is that that sentence can come out of my mouth.
500 is a lot.
It's a lot. It is, and not only is it a lot, it's genuinely more than either Pete or I thought was going to be a part of what we were doing here.
It's crazy. Like, just, it's a long time. Like, Knives Out wasn't even a series back then.
No.
Like, it's a long time.
No. There wasn't even no one said COVID. No one knew
I don't think even Daniel Craig had his first acting gig by then.
Our first episode was talking about the fact that they had not that the film had come out, but they had just announced that Robert Pattinson was going to be the new Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And our second episode was reviewing Aladdin.
The live action.
No,
you're right.
It was the animated.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which we did as a new release. So that's how old.
Yeah.
No, we didn't do as a new release.
1993, baby.
So anyways, this is a big deal to us. Pete and I started this podcast 6-ish or so years ago.
Yeah.
We didn't know each other that well.
No.
We really, respectfully, had no business starting a podcast together. No, we had no business being in business together.
No.
But I had put out a Facebook post saying, hey, who wants to be in a podcast?
Facebook, man.
And yeah, remember when that was a thing?
My aunt sure does.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, she
still does.
Yeah. And wow, she is the profile to follow on MySpace.
I've got some cat videos to show you later.
She still thinks Vines are happening. She says she won't do TikTok. She's like, no, Vines. Vines are where it's at. Facebook is tricky for her though, with the dial up.
Oh gosh.
You know?
Gosh. Yeah.
And she went to print out that Facebook photo of you and your wife the other day, but she has the dot matrix printer that's like you didn't look so good in that. She sent me a copy. She sent it out as a Christmas card. I don't know what. A, I don't know why. B, I don't know why I got one. But no, I made a thing on Facebook, and Pete was the most intriguing, partially because I didn't know him that well. And I was like,
okay,
all right, I smell what you're stepping in.
There's no red flags.
No, yeah, I mean, what's a criminal record, right? And so, but yeah, so we're here and we're still doing it. Obviously, about 2.5 years ago, we brought Carl into the fold. Carl's not here with us. Carl will be a part of episode 500.
Yes.
Now, so weird thing. All of our episodes moving forward, sort of as a rule, video episodes. This is well, good.
Carl is here in spirit.
Yes, Carl punched the mic, you bastard. They will all be video episodes kind of moving forward. Episode 500 is a weird exception to that. You would think with 500 being what it is, something that we're not really going to have as big of a celebration for like another 500 episodes. Like 1,000 will be like wild. Right? Because we'll be like, let me just, Pete, your oxygen tank's making too much noise. Turn it down. Without giving anything away, because of the nature of what episode 500 is, video is just not feasible. It's just not.
It's not. I'm not going to give anything away. It's not that it's just not feasible, but it's not authentic to the medium that we're doing an experience that it would. As weird as it sounds, video isn't part of that experience.
No, audio.
It's audio only.
Video at best would feel like a behind the scenes kind of thing of it.
And even then it would take you out of the experience. Yeah.
But anyways, yes, Carl joined the show and in no small capacity as he joined the show. He's become a major hitter.
A staple.
An absolute staple. He is the reason why we upload weekly.
He's the reason we get up in the morning.
He's the reason I go to bed at night. So Knives Out.
Knives Out. Yeah.
You're gonna see me licking my lips a lot. They're so dry.
It is that time of year.
For
the listeners in Canada, they will understand.
Yeah. And we have our main source of heat is burning wood.
That's drier than
we wake up in the middle of the night going
So wake up, dead man.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
I don't feel sorry, but for those saps that tuned in just specifically for this new release.
If this is your first time watching
and they're like 15 minutes in, they're like, who are Brady and Pete?
Yeah.
And what is the number 500?
So that's Pete.
Yes, I am Pete. My lumberjack embodying co-host is Brady.
And I'm okay.
Yeah. Wake up, dead man.
You don't get it?
No.
Monty Python.
Oh, never. Yeah, I'm not.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
No.
Work all.
Doesn't mean anything for me.
Sleep all night and I work all day.
No.
No? Okay.
Wake up, dead man. Let's get into it.
Affectionately also known as Knives Out 3.
Yeah.
Well, no. It is the third Knives Out film.
I think it's, yeah. 3, yeah. Knives Out, Tokyo Drift, I think is the
also known as the second most impressive purchase that Netflix has ever made. You know, right up there with Bugs Bunny and all of the other. Oh, I also, okay, hang on before we dive right in.
We gotta start diving soon.
No, I know, but I don't, and I don't want to make a giant thing out of this. But at the time of record, we are recording on the same day that the announcement about Rob Reiner came out.
Yeah.
Rob Reiner, obviously, not only an incredible actor, all the way back to All in the Family, where he played Michael Meathead. Right. Archie Bunker's son-in-law.
Oh, okay. I didn't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Interesting.
That's his, and I think like his debut role.
That would make sense.
But all the way back as far as that, up to his recent appearances in New Girl and The Bear, stuff like that. Also, obviously, an incredible director.
Yes.
Things like A Few Good Men and Stand By Me and The Princess Bride.
A lot of iconic movies.
Misery.
Well, for him, like iconic movies was what he was noted for. Like A Few Good Men.
He didn't get out of bed unless he was going to do
Princess
something great.
Bride. This is Spinal Tap. Like all these kind of
Spinal Tap.
cult classic.
Which they just did a sequel to like earlier this year.
Yeah. Did you check it out?
I didn't, but I also haven't. Don't let Carl hear this. I haven't seen the original.
It's if you guys ever review it, I don't know. Like this is Spinal Tap is one of those movies that like you watch it and you laugh, but you also go, "What the hell did I just watch?
What world do I live in?"
Like, like what is this?
So, anyways, obviously, by the time this episode comes out, you'll have heard the news. But Rob Reiner and his wife were found murdered this morning, and we're not going to go. I mean, we'll probably have clearer answers. By the time this episode comes out, currently their son is in custody. And so that's all super. And we lost Rob Reiner's dad in 2020, Carl Reiner.
Oh.
Who's also iconic, legendary actor.
Right.
So, yeah, super tragic.
Yeah.
You'd know him if you saw him.
Is he from the Ocean's movies?
You know what the worst part of this video thing is? Before, people could only hear us tease you about having your phone in a Ziploc bag. And now, look out, comment section. Here it comes.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what's going to happen? I am going to get a message. Give it a week. Give it a week. I will get a message from Pete's wife saying, "Thank you for taking the show video. Because my husband has finally ditched the Ziploc bag."
Oh, yeah. I know who Carl Reiner is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I kind of forgot that was the father-son duo. Like,
yes.
That was. And then,
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, super, super tragic.
Very sad. Very, very sad.
Huge loss.
Yeah.
One of those deaths. I mean, not only a terrible thing because of how tragic a death it is, but also just ultimately one of those deaths that I feel really bummed about.
Yes.
Like, pretty sad. So, Wake Up Dead Man. Initial impressions?
Yeah, let's do it.
I went into this pretty excited.
Did you?
Yes. This is one of my two favorite murder mystery franchises. The other being the Kenneth Branagh's
Yes.
Murder on the Orient Express, Death on the Nile.
Yep.
Was there a third one?
There was the Murder in Venice, I want to say.
Something.
A little on the spookier side, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Interesting that like the third film in both of these franchises leaned a little more supernatural on the surface.
On the, yeah.
On the surface.
Yeah.
From a trailer aspect. Right.
Yeah.
So I went into this with high hopes. I think Knives Out is wonderful. It's been too long since I've seen it. I think Glass Onion was also great. I mean, these films, both franchises, every time a film comes out, where are you going? Both times a film comes out in these franchises, it is 100% just a goddamn who's who of...
Oh...
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's like getting a mystery bag of actors and being like, oh my God.
It's honestly like the episodes where you, Carl, and I have done our draft. Where it's
if you could cast a murder mystery, who would you? And
it's literally like, okay, here's these 8 name brand actors.
Kenneth Branagh and Rian Johnson just do it. They just do their fan casting.
Yeah.
So went into it with high expectations, high hopes. It is fun. It's a lot of fun. I don't know if I felt like the movie was taking me on a journey. I don't know if this time around I felt as much like, obviously there was a mystery.
Yep. There was. Can confirm.
But it didn't feel as much this time like I was finding, like, that we were finding clues at different intervals and that I, the viewer, was being brought along as a detective. That, like, I had the ability to start to piece it together myself, right? And that's something we've talked about with mystery films in the past, where, like, there's either a fun and engaging mystery film makes you feel like a detective versus, hey, here's a bunch of random things going on. You're lost until the detective gives his big, let me spend 5 minutes telling you what happened.
Yeah.
Right. And it's a hard balance. I don't know if I felt a part of it as much. Now, thinking about it today in the shower, alone,
I'm just going to remind you to...
I started to realize...
Watch your next steps.
Thinking back through it all, I was like, I mean, I guess all the pieces were there. Like, I could have kind of, sort of pieced it together, except for Martha's motivations. Right? There's no... It's not until Benoit reveals that, or really until Martha's giving her confession. Right?
Yeah.
And so it didn't even fully feel like Benoit kind of figures it out, but that feels weak. And anyways, that's
we'll get into it. Let's keep this initial impressions.
I think it's good. It's not my favorite, I don't think.
Okay. You know what? I feel a little bit the opposite. Actually, a lot the opposite.
Oh. It's not fun, but it is your favorite. That's weird.
Listen,
See, mine makes sense.
I'll say there's some Scooby-Doo shit going on here.
Yes.
Listen, I do think this movie had a bit of a pacing issue for me. I understand the nature of these movies. You need to set up the breadcrumbs and then bring them all home in the end, so that takes time. But I do think the movie was probably about 20 minutes too long.
See, a lot of people said that online.
And I felt the first half of the movie, I was kind of like, honey, let's go to bed and finish it tomorrow. And then
because it'll be shorter then.
Just because I needed a break. But then we got to this kind of certain point, and then the movie started pacing up, and we watched the whole movie in one sitting.
Wow.
So it was
first time. You guys have done that.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think there was a pacing issue. I do think it was a bit long. Felt like the second half was very much of a bit of a better tempo. It's my hot take, and it's a bit of a backhanded compliment. Kind of like Brady if you came in and you said, Pete, do I look good in this lumberjack shirt? And I'd say,
don't be a bitch.
And I'd be like, yeah, it's okay. It doesn't make you look as fat as your other shirts. You know what I mean? Like, I technically complimented the shirt, but it was a very backhanded. Okay, that was a bad example.
So next week, when I'm bulimic.
That was such a bad example for many reasons. Don't take it to heart. Eat and be comfortable. You look great the way you are.
Like if Pete shows up with a new haircut in a couple weeks and he goes, what do you think of my haircut? And I go, far less douchey than your old hair.
Old one.
Yeah.
Listen, I'll say this is the best film in the trilogy.
Interesting.
But I do think this trilogy has its ceiling. And that's kind of my backhanded compliment. It's the best of the three films.
Okay.
But I think that says something. Like this film, I agree that it's not perfect. It's not the best film of a murder mystery I've ever seen. But of the three, I think it's my favorite.
Because of Jeffrey Wright.
Well, we'll get there when we get there. The Casino Royale reunion did not go unnoticed.
Yeah. Yeah, Thomas Hayden Church and Jeremy Renner. Right? That's who you meant?
No.
Oh.
No. Well, should we get into that? Because it is now that it's become a series, that there is a third. Let's get into
It's not a series with two?
Well,
I'm not saying it is.
Okay.
You're implying something here.
Okay. We're going to get into this now.
All right.
Because it all kind of connects. Would you call it a series with two?
Welcome to Tangent Corner.
Because here's the thing. If that's the case.
That's my line.
I would say if two counts as a series, the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes is a far superior series to the Glass Onion Knives Out series. And that's just a preference. I'm not here to start a war. I'm just saying I think there's meat on the bone, fun to be had, having a couple of like a movie in this Daniel Craig series released every 2 or 3 years. There's a lot of fun to be had. Don't get me wrong. I think there was just as much fun to be had. Yeah, I know. I need to turn.
Does your phone have a silent mode?
No,
it doesn't. I gotta get you one of those new fandangled phones with options.
My Nokia is it's not up to the times. But they could have. I'm here to go on my soapbox. They should have continued in the series of the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes.
How are we even?
I just don't understand. If there's a market and a market share for this, we like what have we done with our lives that we didn't continue with that series as well? And that was only 2 films. So it's an interesting point you make. Does 2 films not make a series? I'm not sure.
That was the weirdest thing. They'd be like, okay, so, and your final thoughts to wrap it up? I think Wake Up Dead Man would have been a lot better if it was National Treasure 3. Like, okay.
No way, that's very, they're
agree.
related. They're related. Like those two, both are mysteries. Both are detectives deducing things.
They're both detectives, but in the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes films, it doesn't feel as much like we're here solving a mystery.
Oh heck, really?
Yeah.
But each film had that kind of, he's working on his deduction and there's a reveal at the end. Like it follows a lot of the same blueprint as this. You're right, it comes in different flavors, it comes with different features.
The best part about those films is their utilization of high-speed cameras to do the slow-motion fighting scenes.
Sure.
Those are great. Where he's
Absolutely.
like, I'm going to do this, and then I'm going to break your jaw, and then I'm going to sleep with your wife, and then I'm going to blah, 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 and I'm going to do it all before this dime hits the floor.
Listen,
that's the best part of those films.
That is a neat feature, but I'm just saying they are cut from the same cloth. And that made me yearn for...
Did you say it made you urine?
Yearn.
Oh, okay.
It did make me yearn
I'm still hearing. I can't unhear it now.
It did make me long.
Yes, okay.
For
a long
that series to continue
urine.
Because I listen. We can talk about this now. I think there's money to be made going forward. There will be a fourth. I will go on a limb. There will be more.
See, money to be made. That's tricky because it's Netflix.
Okay, that's true. But I could see more being made. A couple of one of these coming out every 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And it just makes me miss the Robert Downey Jr. And I'll cut it there because we're not here to talk about that. I will say, I do feel that this is my favorite of the three. And I wasn't the biggest fan of the Glass Onion. Again, it was a fun cast. They always are.
It was a little... Of the three, Glass Onion, do you like your phone?
Oh, that was my other phone. Sorry, I can't reach it to silence it.
Your other phone.
Yeah.
Hollywood here. Glass Onion of the three does feel the most ungrounded.
Correct.
Feels like the most not a part of the world that we live in.
Because the whole premise of these, for me, that make it fun is it's these enclosed murders where in this one it was one room, but in the first one it was a house. But you've got this enclosed space that you've got only so many people around, and it's kind of this quaint, whodunit. With that one, it just seemed... It lost that quaintness. It was just too cold.
And isn't it like a high-tech island or something?
Yeah.
Like it's been a while since I've watched
exactly
it, but it's like
was.
Eccentric billionaire.
Yes. And for me, that wasn't
right.
the touch.
It starts and everyone gets these like weird puzzle box invitations.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it was still fun. You had like
they're all fun. There's
Dave
nothing
Bautista
wrong with them. So again, this movie, I think the environment was better. The closed environment was better. So you clearly don't feel the same way though. You of the three, you don't think it was the most superior.
I don't know. If it isn't, then it's second to the first one and not second to the second one.
Yeah.
It could be better than Knives Out. I don't know. Mm-hmm. It's better than Glass Onion. Definitely. But Glass Onion is still great, right? So like if you had to go, like I don't think there's a bad film in this franchise.
No, I wouldn't say that.
And so if it goes amazing, great, and good, then Glass Onion is really good.
Sure.
And as far as the amazing and great, I'm not sure. And this is 100% born out of the fact that it's been years now since I've seen Knives Out.
Right.
Like I need to rewatch Knives Out.
It's been a hot minute.
In order to give
Yeah. I think it's interesting that I have this opinion that it's my favorite of the three. And yet it felt like to a degree Daniel Craig almost took a step back. At least to start the film.
You mean because he doesn't show up until the 40-minute mark?
Yeah. And to me, if I was writing that on paper going into this, I'd go, okay, that's going to be a problem for me. And yet it wasn't. And I think it was, and I keep forgetting his name. I keep having to look. Josh O'Connor's character.
Oh, the young priest.
Yes.
Yeah. We have two Joshes.
That's right.
At this
Josh.
Convent?
Yeah. No, it's not I don't know what.
Do convents have...
I think it's just called the cathedral.
Or it just... he calls it a church. He just calls it a church.
I think Josh O'Connor's character was just the difference maker for me. Compared to the other films, that was such an interesting character for me to watch, grow, and learn with. And there's nothing wrong with Christopher Plummer.
Because he's our protagonist. That's whose eyes we see the film through.
And I felt like I had more fun than the first film than any of the other characters I learned within the first film.
I mean, Christopher Plummer's not in the first film very much.
Yeah. The second one, Edward Norton, I mean, that's the most standout. And he's not the protagonist, but, I really think it just came down to Josh O'Connor's role in this film. And it was just such an interesting role for me. And it's interesting that he very much shared the screen with Daniel Craig, because it wasn't just Daniel Craig running the show. It wasn't just Daniel Craig being the only character we're following in this as a main role. And I think that's kind of what it boils down to. It's just the two characters on screen, and you get a little bit more fun moments as a result of it. Just you get those moments where they're discussing with other characters and they're like, well, do you have any idea where this could be? And they both look at each other and they both put their shoulders to cover it and be like, we haven't the foggiest idea.
There's other huge names in Glass Onion.
I'm not saying there's not. I'm saying there's not as many as ones that were captivating to me or that grabbed a hold of me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying Edward Norton was the biggest name, and I'm like,
he's the biggest name I remembered.
Hugh Grant,
yeah,
Catherine Hahn,
Kate Hudson,
Angela Lansbury.
No,
yeah,
she was not.
Isn't she?
No, she Great Dame Angela Lansbury. She was in the first Knives Out as there was a clip of Murder, She Wrote playing in the background.
Oh, yeah. See, I did the thing that I don't like other people doing.
You did Google.
I let Google take over instead of actually opening.
There was a clip of Murder, She Wrote in the first episode that I think that's.
But Hugh Grant is in it.
For sure. Yeah, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there wasn't.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Yeah, I rein it in. I'm not saying there weren't stars in 1 and 2.
Yeah, she is in it. Angela Lansbury is in Glass Onion. As herself, Angela Lansbury.
No.
Yeah.
In Glass Onion. Now that I have no memory of.
Yeah. Oh, it's the drugs.
That's but yeah, I think it's Josh O'Connor. Not that he's actually, I'd say he's one of the least famous people in this for me.
I had never heard of him.
But it's it's the acting merit. It's the written character
he's great.
For me. That's the difference for me. So I think that's why it's one of my I think that's why it's my favorite. It's because you have two strong characters that we follow in this.
Yeah. And I mean, so speaking of his character, Judd?
Judd. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Speaking of Judd's character, I mean, that touches on something that I really like about this film. Mm-hmm. You with us, Hollywood?
I'm with you.
See, now you're on camera. All you're like...
What?
Are you looking something up?
I am looking something up.
I thought you were texting.
Grandma.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know those cookies you make that I really like?
Can you make some more?
Your little Pete, your little pee-pee once. Oh, pee-pee? No, that's not right.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. I love... With you and I both being people, and I can say this because Pete and I both come from backgrounds of churchiness. Mm-hmm. I love this film's depiction of two things. One, the absolute shit show that is the North American church. Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't limit it to North American.
No, but like that's I mean that's the reference point that we have.
Yes.
But the absolute shit show and corruption and let's call it poser Christianity that is the church. To contrast that, I love Judd's character as a real down to earth, what it's supposed to be about character, right? That he's not perfect, but also doesn't claim to be, isn't trying to be, versus someone like Wick's character that is far from perfect, but certainly presents the persona of being unfriggin' touchable in his righteousness and that his holier than thou.
Very authoritarian vibe.
Yeah. But no, I absolutely adored that.
I think it's great you mentioned that because that actually ties into my point, is my next thought as well, is that...
Well, I mean, you gave me You gave me these notes, and you were like, touch on this.
Set me up, brother.
Do this. I can't wait to hear the punchline to this joke, because based on that setup,
I do think it's an
seems
interesting.
like it's going to be really offensive.
I do think it's an interesting choice that they chose to have such a religious backdrop for their story, because
there's no need for it.
There's
whatsoever.
There's no need. It's not.
It's just a setting. There's nothing about the mystery or the outcome of the mystery.
No.
Well,
I mean, there is based on where they had, but when they were creating the script, there was no need for them to pick this. It was a choice, and I think it was an interesting one. And I think that it worked for me because, one, it was gritty. I liked how it was very real. I mean, you set me up, but with Jeffrey right at the beginning, you know, you have this picture of this very, you know, I don't know what the levels of the monks are in this, but, you know, he's very much a leader, and he's talking to his student or what have you.
Yeah.
And things are, you know, he says, oh, shit, or like, I know you punched him, but we all think he's a prick anyway. You know, like just moments like that. I was like, okay, like we get some human aspects of all these people that we sometimes don't. I like that you hit on this too. I like that it shows both sides of this aspect of a human system, where you see the manipulation of power, of someone manipulating their power to control others, to belittle others, to manipulate and have their will over others.
Yeah.
But then you see the sincerity and the authenticness of, you know, you see the duality. You see of what people can do with power in a bad way, and then you see what people are doing when they just want an altruistic, I want to make the world better, I want to help people, I want to be there to support people. And you get that in Judd. Yeah.
Because I mean, and there's two sides of that, right? Mm-hmm. There are and as is depicted in this film, there's the like, oh, I'm here as part of the image.
Yes.
Right. And then there's the other side that is, you know, people who are high up in the church, that, you know, if you and I, this would be an absolute nightmare for everyone, for civilization
at large.
But if you and I found ourselves co-hosts of the Movie Men podcast and co-pastors of a church.
Okay.
And we had a third person. Say Carl.
Sure.
Carl, the three of us we're starting the Church of the Movie Men podcast, right?
I just get visions of that end credit scene from 22 Jump Street where they're pastors.
Right.
I'll be Channing Tatum.
I would never speak ill of my congregation, just because that feels like manager shit talking employees or whatever.
No, that's not cool.
But if someone's like on your level or higher, then shit talk away.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you and I were like pastors of a church or something, and Carl was also a pastor of a church, and even though we're supposed to be like the holiest of whatevers, and if Carl's being a twat, I'm going to tell you that Carl sucks. Yeah. I'll be like, hey, this douche nozzle over here, right? As opposed to being like,
let's review this.
I don't think the Lord loveth the way he acts.
It's like, this guy's being a POS.
If you reference 2nd Deuteronomy chapter 4 verse 7, it clearly says Carl sucks.
Here.
Carl, you don't suck.
No.
Carl was bitching to me the other day. He's like,
but what?
He's like, I was just listening to an episode with you and Pete, and I feel like you guys owe me an apology because you guys were like smack talking me a little bit and blah, blah, blah. And I wasn't there to defend myself. And this is like on air. He says this, right? God. It's in an episode.
Oh, boy.
And I just said to him, I said, okay, first of all,
it's a bit
rude things that Pete and I were saying about you are true. So there's no apology there. Second of all, I said, Carl, half of our content is shit talking Pete when Pete's not there to defend himself. 100%. So you also don't get. And I'm fully aware that if these two ever manned up and did an episode without me,
it's going both ways.
Then they'd be like, oh, and like his breath smells too nice. What a douche.
What a guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, to round off that point, I do feel like, and this is again where my mind jumped to because I didn't know what else to compare it to, But I feel like this film did a better job wrestling with the narrative of religion and faith and how that interweaves and compares with the world around them. For me, I know Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code tried to kind of dapple into that a little bit. The Dan Brown films. Series. And I mean, who doesn't love Tom Hanks? Don't get me wrong, but I felt like those movies had a different.
All the QAnon people don't like Tom Hanks.
I know those movies had a different scope of what they were trying to do, but they were, a mystery.
It's a national treasury kind of. Yep.
I feel like this film did a far better job of choosing that as a lens to talk about, and then having us delve into that narrative of there's good and there's bad and everything, like there's good and bad and everything else in the world.
Yeah.
And I felt it really did a good job with it. And
here.
Not with just the writing, but just our main character, Judd. I absolutely loved everything about him. He wasn't perfect, but I liked him as a character.
Excuse me while I pull dry skin off my lip. So speaking of our other pastor, though.
Before you talk about pastors more, I just want to round out. This did blow my mind. I don't know how I forgot this at all. Angela Lansbury appears in Glass Onion. She has a brief cameo early in the film.
Fact-checked me?
Yes. No, not fact-checked. I just wanted to know where she was. I'm a huge Angela Lansbury fan. She's seen playing the game Among Us with Benoit Blanc.
It's the only man I know with a life-size cardboard cutout at home. And Angela Lansbury. Mine's you can't see it because it's just off screen. I've got Judi Dench, so it's similar. We're in the same realm.
Let me just finish this.
Yeah.
She's seen playing Among Us at the beginning. It was just a quick cameo. I don't know how I forgot that because I remembered the film one cameo like that. One of the Spanish housekeepers was watching Murder, She Wrote in the background, and I pulled the Leonardo DiCaprio like sitting on my couch with a beer going and like pointed at the TV when I noticed it.
Yeah.
Anyway, funny that did you
That's
ever have,
weirdly descriptive, but I like
the
I
meme.
got the image.
Yeah, you know the one.
I don't know why you're not wearing pants while you're doing this, but you've got like a big front like your TV.
Pardon me.
Your big front window.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like where your couch is versus your TV. Mm-hmm, and do you have, what are the blinds like on that window? You've got like blackout blinds?
Not blackout, but like they close like
right.
completely.
But like if it's nighttime and you're inside with the lights on,
yes,
naked, are your neighbors complaining?
Not sure where this came from.
No, but like how...
Yes.
They are complaining, or you have good enough blinds?
Oh. No, like no one can see us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Us. Whoa.
Just metaphorically.
You turned it into date night. I was talking about you and Leo with a bowl of Cheetos, a beer.
If only I could be so lucky.
And in the image, not only were you in boxers, but you were also, for some reason...
No, it's not boxers. He's fully dressed in that film.
No, you.
Oh. No, but that...
But you also had like it was like a brown bottle. It was like a bottle of beer.
Yeah. Well, like, I've got shoes on because it's the 60s and I've got like
no pants, but shoes.
No, I've got pants on. I do.
Just not right now.
Jumping back, did you ever have any cardboard cutouts in real life?
No, I wish.
I wish too, but I had one and it was like the most random thing. It was Wayne Gretzky. And I wasn't even that big of a hockey fan. Like, it was just, we were at a store.
What year was this?
Like 90s.
Okay.
Probably like late 90s.
How old were you?
Like under 15.
You're a kid. Okay.
Yeah, like a kid.
Yeah. And when did you get rid of it?
Probably when I was like 15 or so.
Okay.
Probably like had it in it was like in my house in like active areas for a long time. And then I like delegated it to the basement and threw it away. And
right.
But like we were literally at a store and my mom's like, "Hey, store worker, looks like you're throwing this out. Do you mind if my like son has this?" And the teenager working there like shrugged his shoulders and was like, I guess. Know, sure. And I was like,
it's the 90s. I make $4 an hour. What the hell do I care?
And I wasn't even that like super excited about it, but it was just being a kid. I was like, this could come in handy if I'm ever home alone and I need to tie this to like my train set and make it look like someone's in my house.
Make it
Macaulay Culkin and
make it
Home
look
Alone.
like the pride of Brantford, Ontario is goalkeeping.
He's not a goalie.
The cardboard cutout version is.
Oh,
so you were probably 15 when you got rid of it. That makes sense.
Maybe.
Was it out of embarrassment?
It was just like, I don't care having this in my house anymore.
Right.
Like, even it was like borderline at the beginning. Like, do I need this? No.
You wouldn't want to have it much past 50.
Oh yeah, that's
because if you're like 22 and you have it. No, seriously though, if you're 22 and it's still set up in your bedroom, like if you bring that to college with you.
There's a lot of listen. If you bring that to college,
because now I don't know why I've got all these mental images of you today, but I have this image of you like sitting contemplative on the edge of your college dorm room bed with Wayne Gretzky in the corner looking across at you, and you're sitting there out loud going, why am I still a virgin? Like
I just don't understand.
As he's staring at you, and you're like, I'm so close that one time. She saw this
cutout and she left.
She was in the room, and I flipped the lights on, and then all of a sudden she wasn't feeling well.
She's like, what's that man doing over there?
She forgot she left the kettle going. Weird.
I mean, past a certain age, a man with a cardboard cutout in his room is a bad thing.
Unless it's like, see, but I feel like there's exceptions to that.
I guess.
I feel like there's exceptions.
For what?
Like, well, because so there's two exceptions. Either it has to be something really nerdy and specific and cool.
Yeah.
Right? Wayne Gretzky's not.
No. But like Darth Maul or something, that would be cool.
If you had something
Darth
like that,
Maul, yeah.
Or like a life size. It depends on the height too, right? Like if you had a cardboard cutout, life size cardboard cutout of Yoda, it's far less offensive.
Yeah.
To the space than the Guinness World Record tallest man, right? Which is so disrespected because no matter what room you put it in, the top half is like bent up against the ceiling. So that's exception number one. And then exception number two is we could literally put, as long as it was film related, we could put whatever cardboard cutout we wanted in this room. That would be cool.
Like film related, absolutely. But yeah, like legit film cutouts, bar none, acceptable.
Oh yeah.
90s athletes who like, you're not even that interested in the sport, a little weird.
Yeah. I mean... And it all, but then you can get into weird, like, you could get into weird territory.
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
Where, like,
yeah.
Like, we could have a cardboard cutout. If you showed up tomorrow and you were like, I have a cardboard cutout of Boromir, and I'd be like, oh, that's cool. Sick. Yeah, that's sick.
Like,
put it up there, right? Like, that's fantastic. If you showed up tomorrow and you're like, hey, I have a life-size cardboard cutout of Kate Winslet from the couch drawing scene, I'd be like, and you brought that here?
I mean, yes, I'm not saying it's good, but there's weirder things I could bring.
Pete shows up. I found you'll never get there. We're just giving it away. There's a life-size cardboard cutout of Sharon Stone mid-leg cross from Basic Instinct.
I have no idea what that reference means.
You've never seen Basic Instinct?
No.
So Sharon Stone, who's the main woman in that film. That film's iconic because it's an erotic thriller.
Oh, bro!
It's her and Michael Douglas, so it's like a murder mystery type thing.
Wait, did you say Romancing the Stone? Because it's no.
Sharon Stone is the actress.
Oh, never mind.
The movie is Basic Instinct.
Oh, okay. Because that is Michael Douglas, though. Romancing the Stone, right?
I don't know. That sounds like a you film.
It's iconic.
But so anyways, in that film, like, yeah, there's a lot of like, she's topless a lot. There's several sex scenes. Okay. But it's all like, it would all fall in the category of like softcore porn, just in terms of like what they show and what they don't show. However, there's one scene where she's being like interrogated by the police.
Oh, dang.
And she's like she's like taking control of the situation and like being difficult with the cops, right? She's like standing her ground, and she's got her legs crossed. She's sitting in a chair, and across the room, no table in front of her. Across the room are the other cops, are cops sitting in these chairs, and she like says something sexy or seductive or like whatever, and then like goes to like change which leg is crossed. She's wearing a
Skirt.
business skirt,
Right.
and no underwear. And notoriously, when that scene was shot, she was told, like, "Oh, you know, we're gonna do it, and so we're gonna shoot it in such a way from an angle with the lighting and the shadows and blah blah blah." No, it's full on.
Boy.
It's full on lady crotch in that film.
Of note, yes.
That gained that film the R rating.
Yeah, I'd imagine
no,
so.
it didn't. Everything else in it also did, but.
Just for context, 1984 Romancing the Stone is Michael Douglas, Danny DeVito. I had to say it.
And now I will be able to sleep tonight. Yeah,
Should we get back to
what film are we doing?
Romancing the Dead Man Waking Up?
That's a scene.
We've tiptoed about
That's like I was romancing this dead man. Then he woke up.
and he wasn't dead.
Now I'm not into it.
Let's talk about the cast.
Okay.
Because we've talked about it a bit, but let's break it down fully.
Josh Brolin is phenomenal in this.
Yeah.
Like plays a piece of shit really well.
Yeah.
I mean, had chills.
He's getting a bit of an MO for that.
Yeah, but I had chills. That scene, like the first where they're like out in the garden and he's asking Judd to like take his confession.
To be clear, I didn't get chills from that. It was a good scene, but I'm not getting chills.
Oh, no, I got chills. Just because he's like because instantly watching it.
Yeah.
Like there's he starts out and you're like, okay, he's giving a confession. And then as soon as you realize that he's screwing with this guy, I got chills because I was like, this is well acted.
He's playing
this
you.
is well written.
Yeah.
And he is like that scene paints the picture entirely of everything you need to know about this character and what type of hardball he's willing to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I loved that. Loved it.
He is a good actor.
Jeffrey Wright
truly.
is also good in this.
Oh my gosh, I was so pumped to see him.
Just because he's like, he's got a great role too, right?
Yeah.
Just that he's like, he's this ordained head of the church, whatever. And then he's like, oh yeah, well, except this guy, stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Right? Like he's edgy.
I was a little sad that he didn't play a more major role, but he's great in everything he's in.
Yep. Yep. He was probably on set for one day.
Sadly.
Yeah. But if Jeffrey Wright is in town because he's shooting another film and you can get him for one day,
you do it.
You get him for one day.
Yep. Andrew Scott, I know him as Moriarty from the Sherlock series.
Of course you do. Yep.
The other Sherlock series.
I know. Yep.
Not the same one.
Benedict Cumberbatch. That one?
That one.
Yep.
Yeah, he was adequate.
Yeah.
I didn't think he was bad.
No.
What did you think of Mila Kunis?
You really want to know?
Oh.
A couple things. And I don't know how to say this and make it not sound misogynistic. But it's no, but it's not coming from a place of misogyny.
Sure.
It's full on coming from a place of ignorance.
Okay.
Mila Kunis, so two thoughts. My overall thought and then my thought when I first saw her. Overall thought is I think it's fun that she's in this.
Sure.
I think it's a weird role for her. Like, I don't know that I buy her as the chief of police. Not because she's a woman. That's not the misogynistic part. Calm down.
I think in her role, like, if this had been some, like, I'm not a huge Wes Anderson movie buff, but, like, if this had been some kind of, funky Bill Murray as your lead And like if she had played a cop in a movie like that, I'd believe it more, just because she has a dry humor comedy background.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like, am I to believe that you're an actual cop, or like kind of like a cop who's needing help from our main detective here? And I wasn't really sure.
You kind of bullshitted your way into the position.
Yeah, like I couldn't tell which vibe they were going for. That if she's either the competent cop or like it's a small town, so it didn't get too much to get in her role, but she needs some help. I couldn't really pick on that.
She struck me as as the former.
Yeah.
But when I first saw her, this is the part that's going to come across as like, whoa, just a typical guy. But, hear me out. When I think of Mila Kunis,
sure,
I still think of That 70s Show. Just because it's probably the thing she's still the most famous from a live action acting perspective.
Sure.
The other thing that she would be widely famous for is playing Meg Griffin in Family Guy. However, that's obviously voice only.
Yep.
So I don't see a ton of Mila Kunis. I can picture her instantly. If someone says Mila Kunis, I can picture her. But it's been a good number of years, I feel like, since I've seen a movie with her in it.
Right.
So when I first saw her on screen, my initial thought, and I said it out loud to Brienne, was, oh, she got old.
What?
Now, I don't actually think she looks old.
No.
Like, I quickly went, oh, no, she doesn't look old.
No.
However, what I clarified and said to Brienne, I said, it's odd because in my mind, right, it's like when there's an actor who acted a bunch in the 90s and the 2000s, and you have an image in your head of what they look like. And then all of a sudden, and then they're not really in anything for 10 years. And in the course of those 10 years, they've gone gray or whatever. And then they pop up in something and you go, oh. Like, that's just not, like, when I picture
like
them.
Like Rowan Atchison, it's like, hey, I remember him as early 90s Mr. Bean, and then you see him pop up in a film, and it's like, oh, he's actually, appropriately aged.
Yeah, there's that, or there's, like, for the longest time, and I've finally gotten out of it now, but I would say, like, right up until 2010, or maybe even 2015. Yeah, probably 2015, up until about 10, 11 years ago, the image in my head of Leonardo DiCaprio was 1997 Titanic Leonardo.
Really?
Right?
Okay.
So anytime I would see him in something, I would go, oof. Like, you look older than what you are in my head.
Okay.
And so I had a little bit of that with Mila Kunis, where I was like...
But that's just because of your viewing experience. You hadn't seen her in a lot.
In my head, you're 25 years old. Like, not. I picture you, and you're... Yeah, you're very young. I saw this, and I said to Brienne, I said, no, she doesn't, like, it's not that she looks old. It's just that she looks like, I was just double checking her age. She's 42 now. It's not that she looks old. She just looks about 15, 20 years older than the stock photo in my head of what Mila Kunis looks like. She still looks great.
Yep.
But just like some crow's feet and stuff like that, some bags under her eyes, like she looks appropriate for her age. It's just, I don't have an appropriate age image
to compare it to.
Filed. Yeah, when you open the file in my brain of Mila Kunis, the one that's paperclipped to the outside of the file is about 15, 20 years younger than what she actually is now.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So anyways, that's
what you were dealing
long
with.
Roundabout way of saying Mila Kunis looks great.
Jeremy Renner. Don't mind him as a human being, as an actor. I don't know him as a human being, but I didn't love his role in this. I didn't think it was his best role.
I loved him in this.
Yeah, I don't know.
For
what
two
did
reasons.
you like? What did you like about him?
Well, so two things, and one's not really a commentary on his acting or his role.
Sure.
The first and foremost emotion that I felt about Jeremy Renner in this was holy shit, he's alive.
For
like,
sure.
It was just like, I was overcome with happiness that Jeremy Renner is here to be in this film.
True enough.
So that was the first thing. The second thing would be, I liked him in this role because it felt... The character had some quirks to him, had some personality. Like, it felt like Jeremy Renner was acting, right? Like, watching it, I see Jeremy Renner in interviews, and yeah, I mean, he's probably not into some of the same things. He's not as, like, battle-hardened or whatever, but there's not a huge difference from him in the way that he speaks and the way that he acts, Jeremy Renner versus Hawkeye. Right? That's not as... It's more of an action role for him than it is a thespian exercise.
Yep.
This felt more
Good
like...
use of the word. I haven't heard the word thespian used that well since I watched A Bug's Life.
Right. Well, and it wasn't until last year that you realized that thespian wasn't two women that were attracted to each other.
It's not?
No.
Oh.
Well, it can be.
Well,
you can have lesbian thespians, but it's they're not, you know.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily. They don't necessarily go hand in hand. But no, this just felt like it felt like I was seeing Jeremy Renner take on a character, and you know, someone who's a little bit quiet, a little bit reserved. Maybe almost came across like he had a little bit of like social anxiety. But also then there's obviously the depressed, like his wife has left him, he's a piece of shit aspect. There's the alcoholism aspect.
Yep.
There's the super creepy, I've got a barrel of acid in my basement aspect.
Yeah.
Which, look, acid has appeared in a lot of films.
Yeah.
I don't know if it has ever been depicted as satisfyingly as green, glowing. Like, it was just, I was like, this is what I want acid to look like in a film.
Right.
Had it been clear and he's like, oh yeah, it's lye mixed with whatever. And you're like,
Is it?
okay, yeah, I guess that's some sort of medical. In this, they don't try to explain what type of acid it is. They don't. No, it's green goo that has, within 12 hours, eaten the flesh off the bones. And I'm like, that's satisfying acid.
Yeah. I don't mind him, like I said, as an actor, as a human being. This just wasn't my favorite role of his. Not sure what it was about it. Just didn't quite hit it. But the green was an interesting stylistic choice for the color of the acid.
Oh, it was so good.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Always good to see him.
Always good to see him. And I thought,
not in the jungle trying to bang Leslie Mann.
see me, it's more he's not trying to kill Spider-Man, and he's
Really, that's what. But no, but you saw George of the Jungle long before you saw
100%. I have no
Spider-Man
recollection of any of the story though. Like, I don't remember much.
It's the superior Tarzan.
Maybe
It's not.
it's not. There's no Phil
We
Collins
need to do
music
George
in
of the
it.
Jungle on this
I'd be curious to
on
do
the
that.
podcast.
Listen, I liked his role, and I liked how kind of a fun, nifty character it was. Just because he's not
Wow, thespian and nifty in 10 minutes.
but like, you know,
Vocabulary blown open.
it was a really neat role, and I just loved how nuanced he was and dimensional.
He's kind of a uneducated, quiet.
Definitely, he's
Probably never went to school, but has worked hard.
definitely
with his
drinking the
hands.
Kool-Aid, clearly, of
Yeah.
this authoritarian kind of jackass. But it was what he needed to get out of his alcoholism, and has a thing for the choir, the nun, whatever her name is.
Martha.
So, you know,
Glenn
I thought
Close.
Glenn Close. I thought it was a fun role, and I had a lot more fun with that than some of the other peripheral characters.
Right. And peripheral. Wow. We need one more. We need one more big word so that big word was the penultimate big word.
Oh, yeah,
but that
there
doesn't
you
count.
go.
That's not
I
the big
think
word.
it counts.
No.
Glenn Close was in this, who I forgot was Cruella de Vil in the live action Dalmatian films. Yeah. Yeah, no. For those just listening,
I would be less shocked to find out you forgot your wedding anniversary than that Glenn Close. Get those puppies! Oh, she is the embodiment of Cruella de Vil. Mm. Oh, she's perfect. She's also in Hook.
Yeah, I'm not a huge Hook guy.
Yeah, but do you know who she plays in Hook?
Hook's prosthesis.
No, there's a
technician,
bearded man pirate that gets put in the boot box with all the scorpions. The bearded man is Glenn Close.
Oh, that's funny.
And a shit ton of makeup and whatever.
My wife, for the record, guessed 10 minutes in that it was her.
Oh, she like solved it.
Yeah.
See, now
which I mean, and no discredit from my wife. Some of it's a coin flip because there's no way you could have completely pieced it together at the beginning. But
no, and I don't know. Again, right up until Benoit goes,
yeah,
and let me tell you what actually happened.
I feel like his accent has grown.
Oh, he's gone from you were from the South at some point to
you're living it up. In the South.
And before I became a detective, I opened a restaurant where we sell the fried chicken, right? Like he went full on Colonel Sanders on us here. But the interesting thing about that is I had pretty much decided that it was anyone
but her.
But Martha. Because throughout the film, Martha seemed obvious to me. Like she was just kind of extra creepy, right? She just always popping up and seemed a little fanatical and seemed a little like she just seemed like
she's
among
always
everyone.
peeking in some type of slit somewhere.
Yeah, like everyone in this film, as is always the case with these films, whether it's this or it's the Kenneth with the Murder on the Orient Express films, the characters are always riddled with character defects. Yeah. Right? That's part of what makes them all interesting.
That's the game.
Is a bunch of dirtbags that have all been brought together in the same place, and it could be any of them.
Yeah. Or it could be all of them.
I thought some of the possible MO or motivations were stronger than others. But Martha just struck me as the most, like, she was the most crazy. And so I just went, well, it's probably not her because that seems too obvious. I was like, I feel like the movie, before they even started laying out everyone's motives, I feel like the movie wanted me to think it was Martha.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, well, this is clearly the misdirect.
Yeah.
And so it must not be Martha.
Yeah.
I just kicked your phone to the ground.
That's all right.
Threw it on the ground. You're
That's
also
not
kicking our cameras, so
it's not my father.
That's good. Yeah. SNL. Lonely Island.
Yes.
Michael Bolton.
Continue.
But no, that's yeah. That's basically, I too thought it was her, and then quickly, because I thought it was her, thought it probably wasn't her because they probably wanted me to think it was her.
Right.
I should have trusted my instinct. My initial instinct. I second guessed it.
Also, don't trust your initial instinct is swallowing a diamond to like make a point.
That
like, what are you like? You could have just literally thrown it into the bottom of a creek.
Not at all surprised it killed him instantly. Good Lord, that's a thing to swallow.
Like,
that's not a guy.
Talk about being committed to a bit.
That is not a guy that takes pills with water. He doesn't need them. Doesn't need them.
Well, could have used water with that diamond, I guess.
That's well. Yeah.
Also, would they not have noticed it doing an autopsy, being like, we can't find any cause of death. Wait, there was this baseball diamond in his neck.
I don't know that they would have done an autopsy.
I guess. Maybe his family would be like, yeah, we're good.
Right. Well, you know what it is? So not like, this is a Catholic church, right? Yeah, it is. Because there might be like
Oh, like if they thought...
Like, are they against that?
I don't know if they're against that, but they're against suicide.
Are they against autopsies in Catholicism?
So that would have been technically suicide, though. They would be against that. Like,
They're
he killed
morally
himself.
permitted for legal, scientific, or research purposes and seen as an act of clarity, though bodies must be treated with respect as temples of the Holy Spirit and returned to... What year did... Oh, no. Do you know why they didn't do an autopsy?
Mm-hmm.
What year did they start doing autopsies as a more regular thing?
I think they did them... Like, there's autopsies dating back to, like, 1700.
The 1800s, okay.
Yeah.
Autopsy started to be performed as a more regular thing in the 1800s. Well, because the other thing I was going to say is, like, look at the timeline of Martha's a shriveled
it's like the
old
50s.
hag in this film, and she's a little girl when it has. So it's been not Glenn Close, but Martha the murderer.
Martha
is
the
a
murdering Meg.
Hag.
Well, I was looking for
Mag?
3 M's.
Oh. Like a megalodon?
I don't know.
What else do we need to
I think that's
cover?
That's about all I need to cover. Like, I'm about ready to score this puppy.
I want more. Give me a fourth.
I want another Sherlock Holmes movie, but no one asked me.
It's not going to happen at this point.
I think you're right, and that makes me mad.
Because it's been
14 years.
No, but I mean, it's been 6 years. So it had been 6 years since, which would mean 7 years probably since they wrapped principal photography on Endgame.
Mm-hmm. And that would have been the opportunity, like,
because all of a sudden he's like, I'm going to do shitty Dr. Dolittle films.
You had to bring that up. That pisses me off.
It's so bad.
Like, what?
He's not necessarily... What dirt
did they have on him that he had time for that?
But you know what's wild? He's not necessarily bad in it.
He's not, but...
It's just
talk about a waste
film.
of his time when they could have made Sherlock Holmes 3.
And now he's, at least for the next couple of years,
sucked
back into
so it's not happening.
The MCU.
I'm just going to get into drinking again.
So Sherlock Holmes Games of Shadows, obviously, was the last one.
2011.
I'm going to fact check you, but I know
previous was 2009.
What's the most up-to-date word on another one?
Good luck. That's the most updated word.
Fletcher said in 2021 that the film was delayed indefinitely due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, stating, we started going and then COVID hit.
Oh, great.
They were like, look, we're going to stand it down and Robert has got something else he wants to do. These things are so big that you don't want to just chisel them into something. I know that Robert will not let that fish off the hook. In 2023, Fletcher said that he, Downey, and writer Joe Penhall were working on the script in Downey's home. Reiterating that the pandemic affected the development and their personal plans, schedules, and priorities in terms of projects. Susan Downey, the Team Downey collaborator, Amanda Burrell, later confirmed that the project was still a priority for the company and for Downey.
They
do not get... And then, interesting side note, by October 2020, Robert Downey Jr. and Susan Downey announced plans to expand the film series into a franchise. Team Downey is working on installments including additional films, spin-offs, a television series for HBO Max, and other media in a shared universe. Though they do not intend to copy the MCU, the pair acknowledged that they felt working with Marvel Studios taught them much with regards to world building. 2 television series set in the film's universe are currently in development for HBO Max.
Let's buckle up. Let's go. Yeah.
I love a good murder mystery the way that these films do them.
Listen, we've got 3 in the bank. I'd be okay with a 4th.
There's a big part of me that could care less about Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, yeah,
as an
Sorry.
IP.
I've moved on to talking about Glass Onion, about Knives Out. Listen, we've got 3 in the bank. I'm okay with a 4th.
Yeah.
Let's bring it on.
Do it. Okay, so on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate Knives Out Mystery Number 3, Wake Up Dead Man?
7. It's good. It is a good film. It is my favorite of the 3.
Yeah.
I do want to revisit the first one again. But
Which is wild that you would give Knives Out a 6 point something then. Is kind of what that means.
Essentially.
Wow.
At best, a 6.9.
Okay.
But yeah, I enjoyed it. It was fun. Like I said, it had a bit of a pacing issue. Could have been a touch shorter, but some really great acting roles. And I really loved Judd as a character and as an acting performance. Love Daniel Craig, love Jeffrey Wright, and just the lighting and cinematography was also so well done.
It's a nice film to look at.
It's a nice film to look at, but even just when shades of gray are coming in when darker things are being talked about, or light is coming in when more positive things are being talked about, like just the lighting, the storytelling, the writing, it was a fun film. So I gave it a 7. It's a solid film. What did you give it?
I didn't know you wear your watches with the face facing in.
I don't. That's just me playing around.
Oh. I was very confused for a second because I was like, that's the most badass thing about you. Well, because it's very military, right? It's very like tactical, whatever.
Yeah.
And then so it's like to see that as you're taking your phone out of a Ziploc bag, I'm like, this is like
these two don't add up.
Who
are you?
Who built you in a video game character creation thing and just like started cherry picking attributes?
What did you give this out of 10?
Right? Like, do you know what I mean?
I know exactly what you mean.
Total badass. Killed 37 people in Nam. Ooh, but also is afraid to walk under a ladder. Knows how to kill a man with a rubber band. Allergic to shellfish. Right? Like just this bizarre mixture. Yeah. I give it an 8.
Okay.
Yeah, and part of that is not like that's in a vacuum. That's not in comparison to the other two films.
Sure.
That is just my proclivity.
Wow.
When it comes to this type of film. Mm. Yeah. And that was the final big word.
Wow.
Moving forward, all words need to be 2 syllables or less.
Yes.
Agreed.
Agreed.
So, send us out.
Well, thank you for listening. Thank you for joining us on episode... Yes?
Listening has 3 syllables. You already botched this.
Dang it.
Asshole.
Worst Christmas ever.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. For those who watched, we look forward to bringing more audio and video content to you going forward.
Episode 499.
Pretty exciting stuff. What did you think about, I keep wanting to say Glass Onion. What did you think about Wake Up Dead Man? Let us know in the comments below. Like, follow, subscribe. Check out our Patreon page, our merchandise page. Thank you for helping support the show in that way. And
episode 500. Keep your ears
to the ground.
Peeled.
Yep.
Peel your ears off.
And stay tuned for more upcoming releases, new releases, old releases.
There is a review coming we missed it a little bit, but there is a review coming in the coming weeks of Wicked for Good.
Yep.
So keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be a post 500 video episode. The first video episode with friend of the show, Emily Mader.
Emily Mader.
Yeah.
Not Aaron Mader. Not after what he did.
No. Piece of shit.
On that note.
What did he do again?
I don't know.
He's literally he's the best man in my upcoming wedding.
He is a best
Which is a little
guy.
Messed up because I should be the best man at my own wedding, right? Like, am I not then she should be marrying Aaron if he's the best man.
She should be.
But he's taken.
Yes. You're going to be taken, Kimmy.
Kimmy. Is that her name?
I think so.
And Kimmy Neeson.
Yeah.